It's been 1 week since a fatal shooting on Baxter Avenue in the Highlands that left 2 people dead. Today, local leaders gave us a preview of some changes that will be coming to that area in the coming weeks. It's our top story here at 6:30. I'm Alex Dieterer. District 8 Councilman Ben Reno-Weber met with residents of the Highlands this afternoon to discuss community concerns. The violent incident that happened last weekend happened in the 900 block of Baxter Avenue, and it's still top of mind for many. WHAS11's Alexander Goldberg and photojournalist Aspen Hester were in Tyler Park today speaking with neighbors and local leaders about future policy.
Residents of the Highlands and Tyler Park met with their local council member Ben Reno-Weber to discuss some of their concerns for the area. Reno-Weber assured his constituents that in the next 2 weeks, he'll be rolling out some new safety provisions directly related to the nightlife scene on Bardstown Road. Saturday afternoon, Reno-Weber sat down with the Highlands neighbors to discuss concerns and answer questions. It comes 1 week after a fatal double shooting took place on the 900 block of Baxter Ave. 2 men, Monte Wade and Michael Batchelor Jr., were shot to death in the early morning of August 11th in an area known for its busy nightlife scene. Neighbors wanted to know what can be done to curb violence in the Highlands.
He did bring some peace of mind that, we're not going to overreact, but we're also not going to underreact. You don't want to just ignore it. You do want to do something about it. So I think he is working on it. It's not going to be solved overnight.
Reno-Weber said he's working with Louisville Metro Police, the Alcoholic Beverage Control of Louisville, and the mayor's office to roll out initiatives throughout the next 2 weeks that will work directly to increase safety in the Highlands nightlife scene. For now, the only policy change he could announce is that there will be increased patrolling in the area. In the Highlands, Alexander Goldberg, WHAS 11 on your side.
The man currently charged in connection to the double shooting appeared in court yesterday. According to court documents, Richie Williams is charged with murder and possession of a handgun in connection with the death of Monte Wade. Police say Williams was also shot during the incident and was treated at Norton Hospital. Police are still actively investigating the death of Michael Batchelor Jr., who they say was shot around the corner on Morton at around the same time the shooting on Baxter happened. LMPD is also investigating an overnight shooting that left a young teen injured. According to police, officers responded to reports of a shooting on 1st and Burnett just after 3:30 this morning. When officers arrived, they found a man who told him he shot at a couple of juveniles that were allegedly attempting to break into a car. Police say a short time later, they found a 15-year-old nearby suffering from a gunshot wound. He was taken to the hospital where he is expected to survive. Anyone with information about these shootings should call the anonymous tip line. That number is 574 LMPD. The mothers of murdered sons and daughters of Kentucky hosted Walk a Mile in Our Shoes today in honor of the lives lost to violent crimes this year. The group was started after Kenneth Forbes lost his son back in 2012 to gun violence. Dozens of people filled the Kentucky Center for African American Heritage today to take in performances and words of encouragement.
But this is an event that is not wanted, but needed. It is needed for our city, it is needed for our communities, and it is needed for our churches.
This is the 5th year the group has hosted an event like this. Well, a few showers and storms are still moving out of our area this evening, and we're starting to dry out. Meteorologist Matt Rudkin joins us now. Matt, some of these storms were severe warned. Can we expect any of that tonight?
Hey, Alex, no, we're done for now, at least severe weather. So good news there. This continues for the next couple of hours. Severe weather threat continues to go down. It's basically in eastern Kentucky at this point. So scattered hit and miss storms. If you have outdoor plans, keep an eye of the sky. But again, rain chances continue to fall through the evening hours. Here's Max HD radar. So let's talk about it a little bit here over the next couple of hours. There's the line of storms that was severe. It's continuing to weaken, though, as it pushes into eastern Kentucky. There are a couple of storms near the Jefferson and Oldham County line pushing right towards LaGrange up 71 there. You can see that cell. It's got a little bit of lightning with it. None of this is severe, but it will pour for about 20, 30 minutes, and then the sun comes back out on the western side of these storms, moving right across the Ohio River there, pushing into Kentucky there. That's our next little batch. Again, none of this is severe, but rain chances we'll keep in the forecast on and off. Through the next couple of hours, we dry off overnight with temperatures back in the 70s. It's the Kentucky State Fair looking really good. The next couple of days, we've got one more day of a couple of showers and storms. I'll talk more about that and talk about one of the nicest stretches of weather this summer. It's coming up here next week. I'll walk you through it in just a few minutes.
I've heard from the community at times it's a concern that, Kroger may be leaving Broadway. I just wanted to start by saying we ain't going nowhere.
District managers promising community members that the store in West Louisville is not leaving. The store has been the center of controversy for repeatedly closing early and having high theft. Earlier this week, Kroger's Shane Smith promised community members this latest investment will right some wrongs in a part of Louisville widely known as a food desert. More than $1 million is heading to the West Broadway location to renovate the store. It'll also raise wages and go towards devices to reduce theft, this location's ongoing issue. During Bishop Dennis Lyons' weekly roundtable, Smith said the company has lost millions of dollars at the particular location, but wouldn't place blame solely on theft. Now, Smith is hoping the investment will change the story around the store. However, customers we spoke with remain skeptical.
It depends on where the money's going. I would like for it to go into the community that the money comes from, back into the pockets of the people, some kind of way.
Renovations are expected to start later this year and be complete sometime in 2025. Kroger confirmed the West Broadway location will stay open throughout the remodeling process. Right now, 17,000 AT&T workers are on strike. They say this is because the company refuses to bargain in good faith. Some of the employees on strike are right here in Kentucky. The Communications Workers of America has filed an unfair labor practice charge against AT&T. It claims the company engaged in surface bargaining and not sending authoritative representatives to the bargaining table. The strike includes all AT&T technicians, customer service representatives, and others in many southern states. We did reach out to AT&T for comment and have not heard back yet. With the Democratic National Convention just 2 days away now, Vice President Kamala Harris is focusing her attention this weekend on the battleground state of Pennsylvania. Yesterday, Harris gave her first major policy speech, laying out an ambitious economic agenda, much of which would have to be cleared by Congress. Harris is calling for a federal ban on price gouging of groceries, up to $25,000 in down payment assistance for some first-time homebuyers, a tax credit of up to $6,000 for families with a newborn, and capping the cost of insulin at $35, and other out-of-pocket prescription drug expenses at $2,000.
Compare my plan with what Donald Trump intends to do. He plans to give billionaires massive tax cuts year after year. I think that if you want to know who someone cares about, look who they fight for.
Kamala Harris is a radical California liberal who broke the economy.
The Trump campaign called Harris's proposed policies, quote, extremely damaging and a massive expansion of government control, end quote. Trump is also spending several days in Pennsylvania, holding rallies of his own in the key swing state. He'll be hoping to counter the program at the DNC, discussing the economy on Monday, and then speaking about crime and safety Tuesday. And we will be in Chicago for the Democratic National Convention. Governor Beshear, Mayor Craig Greenberg, and Congressman Morgan McGarvey will all travel to Chicago, plus WHAS11 will be there too. Isaiah Kim Martinez and senior photojournalist Alyssa Newton will have coverage from the DNC starting tomorrow.